Hello traders, Matt Chapman here. I'm the creator of the trademarked Trap Traders concept, and welcome to this week's look ahead at the Forex news calendar so that you can get some insights about what to expect in the currency markets this week. Tuesday starts off with a bang with Chinese GDP and industrial production. Obviously this is big news if you've been following the risk-off sentiment that exists due to a potential slowdown in China, which would point to a potential slowdown in the world's economy. If GDP comes in worse than 6.9% and industrial production doesn't impress, it's likely that we'll see a continuation of weakness in the global stock markets as investors flee to park their money in safer assets. Next up on Tuesday is the UK CPI year on year. This is a big deal to gain insights as to when the Central Bank of England will likely raise interest rates. If inflation turns deflationary, it just kicks the rate hike into the long grass and could help solidify the fear that many investors have that the world economies are spiralling into a deflationary cycle. So not only keep an eye out for UK CPI, but also keep an eye out for New Zealand as well, as this is also expected to be deflationary. Next up on Wednesday, we've got US CPI. So inflation is definitely the theme this week. If we see a worsening in US CPI figures, this will continue to add pressure on the Federal Reserve's ability to raise interest rates again for the second time this year in March. Producer price index out to the US last week certainly didn't help matters, and again, if we see poor inflation figures from the US, this just adds into the narrative of a global slump in prices. But the really big news on Wednesday is the Canadian Central Bank's interest rate decision, and many investors believe that they're going to cut the interest rate. This would help further weaken the Canadian dollar, and with Iran's sanctions being lifted over the weekend and oil production set to increase, this is not good news for Canada. So expect oil prices to open lower and keep an eye out for opportunities to sell Canadian dollars through the course of this week and beyond. Make sure you pick the bones out of the Canadian Central Bank's press conference minutes, as well as the ECB, who are also holding a press conference on Thursday. And on Friday, if Canada's inflation figures miss expectations, it will support the idea that you only want to be selling Canadian dollars for the foreseeable future. It's quite an action-packed week ahead, so always use caution and manage risk accordingly. But there should be some great opportunities. And if you'd like to join me in my live trade room so that you can understand all the pairs I'm trading and all the traps I'm considering, I'd love to see you there. Just click the button below this video to join me for my live trade room. Have a great day and I'll see you there.